Well, the hits the hits just keep coming, man. The lies never stop, and the hits just keep coming. And before all you UK guys bombard this video and start going into your friggin' Eddie Hearn defense fund and your defending of Eddie Hearn and you all turn into Eddie Hearn lawyers, before you start doing that, there's levels to this shit. Okay, we hear that all the time. There's levels to this shit, right? And you guys, when I made that video yesterday about Eddie Hearn lying about the Dominic Brazil Deontay Wilder attendance numbers, your response was, "Well, all promoters lie." But once again, the old cliche that we hear so often, especially in the sport of boxing, there's levels to this shit, right? Well, there's levels to this fucking shit when it comes to lying too. And nobody lies at a higher rate than this guy. So before you come on here and you start talking shit about Beeb, making another video about Eddie Hearn, once again, you read the title. You knew what you were gonna get. Okay, and don't tell me, well, why? Well, Deontay Wilder lies and his team lies too, because nobody lies at a higher rate than this guy. Nobody gives us more sound bites than this guy. This guy is in front of a camera more than any other promoter, any other fighter that I've ever seen in the history of the sport. And he just doesn't stop talking. And all of the shit that comes out of his mouth is just that shit. It's bullshit. Yesterday, he comes out and says, "Oh, the fight with Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte is definitely going to happen. It's all but been agreed to. Both sides have agreed to fight." But come to find out, go on the internet this morning and you Google Tyson Fury, and what happens? First story that comes out is Tyson Fury changes mind on Dillian Whyte fight, declares he's not interested and brands Whyte a bum. Okay? So Dillian Whyte for a mandatory slot. This is his quote now. Dillian Whyte for a mandatory slot. I'm not interested. I'm the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. As far as I'm concerned, Dillian Whyte's a bum, and I'll give him a knockout beating if he wants one. But you know what? It is what it is. I got people to get past Tom Schwartz first. And as for people telling me what to do, doesn't go down very well. Okay? So basically, Tyson Fury never agreed to this fight. Okay? And let's hear Frank Warren talk about this fight, because he actually had some stuff to say about this fight too. He says, "It's news to me Tyson Fury is fighting Dillian Whyte," Warren told metro.co.uk. He said, "We'll see what happens. First of all, where's the fight going on? Fury's got a television contract with ESPN. Nothing's been agreed or signed yet. I've not spoken to Matchroom at all about it. I've spoken to Fury about it. Okay? But it'll be interesting if we do manage to do it. That fight would have to be in the UK. But then who broadcasts it? There's no way in the world that fight would happen if it wasn't on BT Sport." So, once again, Eddie Hearn with his bullshit lies. He's never talked to Frank Warren, who's Tyson Fury's co-promoter. So how does he come to the conclusion that the fight's going to happen and it's close to being signed if Frank Warren was never contacted and he was never negotiating this fight at all? It was never discussed. There were no terms. And how's the fight going to happen if Eddie Hearn's going to want to have it on Sky, and of course Frank Warren's going to want to have it on BT Sport? So this, and what about ESPN, as Frank Warren said? So once again, you guys are going to come out and you're going to say, "Beeb, why do you keep hating on Hearn? Beeb, why do you got to keep making Hearn videos? Beeb, why this, why that?" But again, it's not me coming out every day with a fucking soundbite just to try to get attention. It's not me. I'm not the one doing it. Blame Hearn. Blame Hearn. Don't blame me. It's not my fault. Okay? It's not my fault. I just can't believe the level of lies that this guy keeps coming out with. So don't blame me. Don't fucking blame me. I don't want to hear it anymore. Everyone was making videos about Tyson Fury is going to fight Dillian Whyte next based off of this freaking guy's fucking bullshit statements. Hey, what's up, Mr. Boxing Today? How you doing? So I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. And I'm going to continue to make videos about this guy if he doesn't shut his fucking mouth, because he's fucking trying to bullshit us. And you guys are falling for it hook, line, and sinker, and I will not fall for it. Oh, what about Deontay Wilder? I already told you what's going on with Deontay Wilder. It's evident that they don't want the fight next. They want to fight next. They want the fight next year. Just like Joshua said he wanted to fight in 2020 last year. We already know what they're doing. They're both posturing. We know that. It's about the money. That fight's not happening because it's about the money. Both sides can't agree on the money. No one's ducking anybody. No one's afraid of anybody. It's about the money. We've already fucking seen this before. We've already seen this before time and time again. So don't try to fucking give me the whataboutisms. Don't debate me with whataboutisms. Debate me with the what is. And what is in less than fucking 2 days, this guy told 2 fucking bold-faced lies that were debunked. Because none of you lazy motherfuckers called the commission and actually asked the questions about who was comped and who wasn't comped. Because the only people who would know that are the people who promoted the event and the actual people who actually gave out those comps and the tax department of the state of New York. And I asked the boxing director yesterday, how do I get those numbers? Well, you'd have to contact them, but more than likely they will not release them to you. And why should they? Why should they? So I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. And I'm going to keep making these videos because Hearn keeps feeding me the information to make these videos. So if you don't want to see these videos anymore, tell fucking Hearn to shut the fuck up. Tell Hearn to shut up if you don't want me to make these videos anymore. Deontay Wilder, Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, PBC, none of those guys are saying anything. When have you heard Deontay Wilder ever say, oh, well, Joshua, 7,000 tickets for Joshua were comped. Oh, out of those 90,000, only fucking 20,000 paid. When are you hearing shit like that? When are you hearing shit like that coming from the other side? I don't want to fucking hear it. You're not. I would love for Hearn to come on the show. I would love for him to come on the show. I would. I wouldn't disrespect him. I wouldn't disrespect him. I would just ask him in a polite way, how did you come to the conclusion that 7,000 tickets were comped for the Deontay Wilder fight? How did you get that information? And if someone told you that, then how did they get the information? That's what I would ask him. I'd love to get him on the show. I would love to get him on the show. I was trying to get credentialed to that fight on Saturday, but they didn't approve me. So it is what it is. No hard feelings. I was trying to get credentialed, and got denied. And I understand it because it's Joshua's first fight, United States, and obviously a lot of people wanted to get, a lot of the big media conglomerates wanted to be at the fight. Of course, they're going to take precedence over me. So, and that's the thing, people want to sit there and talk about, they want to play the blame game about why these fights aren't happening, but it's not just Deontay Wilder. We've seen, like, Tyson Fury has problems dealing with fucking Eddie Hearn. Fucking Kubrat Pulev had problems dealing with Eddie Hearn. Even fucking Dillian Whyte himself has complained about dealing with Eddie Hearn. And Joshua comes out and says, well, none of these guys want to fight me because they can't negotiate with your promoter. It's not just Deontay Wilder. It's everyone. It's everyone. This guy is the modern day Don King. He's the white Don King of this era. I'm just telling you the truth. He's the white Don King of this era. All right? And he's part of the problem. He's part of the problem. It's not the fighters. It's him. Joshua wants to know why won't these guys fight me? Because they can't negotiate with your promoter. You need to talk to your promoter and tell him, you know, let's make these fights happen. What are you doing here? That's what it's about. That's what it is. That's what it is. So what's wrong with Tyson Fury now? Like what? Why can't he deal with Hearn? I thought it was just Deontay Wilder. The list goes on and on. Now I will say that the Luis Ortiz situation, I thought he should have taken the $7 million. I'll defend Eddie Hearn on that regard. I thought he should have. I thought Ortiz should have took the $7 million. But here's the thing: Andy Ruiz stepped up to the plate. He's an Al Heyman fighter. So I don't want to hear this shit that Al Heyman doesn't want to work with other promoters or let his fighters fight on other platforms. Because it's not true. Alida Alvarez fought Kovalev. Okay? Another Al Heyman fighter. There's been other PBC fighters that have crossed over to other sides and have fought. But the other sides aren't coming over here to PBC. So that's the thing, brother. That's the thing. That's what's going on. So I know I'm gonna get bombarded. I know the Eddie Hearn defense team is gonna fucking attack me. I already know that. The Eddie Hearn sycophants are gonna call me biased. But it's so funny how all they're doing is projecting their own bias on me that they have for Eddie Hearn. I've just never seen a group of people defend a promoter. Like I've seen fighters get defended by fans, but I've never seen like when people criticize Barb Arum and Don King and talk shit about Oscar De La Hoya, like I don't see American boxing fans like actually up in arms defending promoters like you guys are defending Eddie Hearn. I just never seen that before. I've never seen that before. Just never seen it. I've never seen it. What reason did I? And I already said this yesterday, Eric. I told Eric. I said that fight's not happening. I said that fight is definitely not fucking happening. I told Eric yesterday. So the fight's not happening. You know what might happen after Deontay Wilder fights Luis Ortiz in the rematch, which is a fight that I've already admitted I'm not crazy about. I already said I'm not crazy about that fight. If I said yesterday on the show that I did with Eric that I would rather see Deontay Wilder fight Dillian Whyte if he's not going to fight Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. That's the fight that I wanted to see. Style-wise, I thought that would be a great matchup and a very entertaining fight. I think that Wilder will knock Ortiz out quicker this time and in more emphatic fashion. And I don't think the fight would go past 6 rounds. Larry Merchant, stop. Don't even start. Don't even start. Don't even start. Don't even start with the lies, Larry Merchant. Don't even fucking start. I don't even want to fucking hear it. How am I caping for Wilder? Again, you're caping for Hearn. That statement shows me you're caping for Hearn because you're defending Hearn. This video is not about Wilder. This video is about the lie. It's about the lie. This has nothing to do. Fury said, and Frank Warren said that they never agreed to fight Dillian Whyte. So why is Wilder brought up into this? Because you keep promoting Wilder. You guys love Wilder just as much as you love Eddie Hearn and Joshua. because you can't stop talking about him. Well, yeah, okay. Listen to what this guy says. Again, calling somebody a slave, fucking racist. You know what? Just for that, calling someone a slave, you're gonna get blocked out of here. Fuck you. We're not condoning that bullshit. Nobody's a fucking slave in this country. Fuck you. The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Send me the videos on Twitter, because yesterday he's telling everyone that the fight's going to happen between Dillian Whyte and Fury. Deny that. Deny that. Deny that. So I'm sure now he's saying the fight's not going to happen after he was told by Frank Warren and Tyson Fury that the fight's not going to happen. Of course he's going to say that today. Of course he's going to say that today. Suleiman, send me a link to that guy's channel. I don't even know who that guy is. If I do a search for that guy, I can't even find him. If you send me, the email is on this channel. Send me a link to that guy's channel via the email, and I will unblock him. I don't know who the guy is. I'll unblock him if you send me a link. I already told you that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. People want to start. This is the thing, man. They want to. Yeah, Rivas is a good. You know what? Rivas at plus 450 is definitely worth a play. Fury lies more than Hearn. Here we go again. Here comes the whataboutisms. Nobody lies more than fucking Hearn. Nobody. And nobody tells stupider lies than Hearn. Like, Hearn lies about stupid shit that he shouldn't even be concerned about. Why the fuck does Hearn care how many people got comped at a fight that he had nothing to do with? Ask yourself that fucking question. Why does he care? Why would he care? And I like Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte should have gotten the title shot by now. Yeah, but Fury fights, though. Fury fought Wilder. Fury fought Klitschko. Like, Fury's the fighter. Okay? Fury's the fighter. By saying I would fight somebody doesn't mean I will fight someone next. That's the thing. Look how many interviews Eddie Hearn does a day. Nobody lies at the rate that Eddie Hearn lies at. Nobody. He never lies at a higher, like, no one. You can't compare anyone to Eddie Hearn when it comes to lying. You can't. Could Whyte beat Fury? Whyte could beat anybody if he hits them right with that left hook. But I think style-wise, like I agree with Paulie Malignaggi. That's a horrible style matchup for Whyte. I think Fury's the best heavyweight in the world. I think he beats all of them. That's my opinion. But yet I'm fucking biased. I'm fucking biased towards Wilder when I've already said that I think Fury won the fight against Wilder. I thought he beat Wilder, and I think he'll beat him in a rematch. And I think he's the best heavyweight in the world. But yet I'm biased towards Wilder. No, you're just biased towards Hearn. You're just biased towards Hearn because you get mad. I love Sugar Ray Leonard. There's a lot of fighters that I hold in very high regard that I love. When someone talks shit about Sugar Ray Leonard, you don't see me going on their videos and crying. You guys cry when I make Eddie Hearn videos. It upsets you. It upsets you. You get mad. You get angry. I could give two fucks about what you guys think about fighters that I like. If you don't like a fighter that I like, I don't feel the need that I have to defend that fighter because you don't like him. I'm not going to try like you want me to like think like you think. I'm not going to do that. And you keep talking about Wilder when the video's about Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury, and Dillian Whyte. But yet, everyone says Wilder doesn't matter. He's a nobody. But I've never heard so many people talk about a nobody in my life. I've just never heard it. All these people that are calling Wilder a no, you know what it reminds me of? It's like you have a guy at school. There's like the finest girl in school, right? All the guys love the girl, right? So one day, somebody, one of your boys walks up to the girl and asks her out, and she just blows him off. Just gives him the cold shoulder, like, get the fuck out of here. So now all of a sudden, that guy's like, oh, the girl's ugly. The girl's this, the girl's that. She ain't nothing. She ain't nothing. She ain't nothing. Well, she ain't nothing. Then why'd you step to her then? Why'd you step to her then? So if Wilder's a nobody, then why is this fight so important? Why are they begging to fight Wilder now? If he's a nobody, he doesn't count. He's this, he's that. Right? Just like that fucking girl. She was the shit. But then when she dissed you and told you to get the fuck out of here, all of a sudden she's not the shit anymore, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's how you guys are. That's how you guys are. No, Larry Merchant. You can't disagree with it because it's a fact. He came out and said the fight was close to happening. And the other side that supposedly agreed to the fight said that it wasn't. You can't dispute that. Now, if you ask me, does Wilder want to fight Joshua next? Yes or no? I'm going to tell you no, because he said he doesn't want to fight him next. Certain things are irrefutable. This is not an opinion video. This is a fact video. The links are in the description box with actual quotes of Tyson Fury saying he never agreed to the fight and Frank Warren never agreed to the fight. So basically, you're the only one that disagrees with this video because you are letting emotion override logic and facts. No one's begging to fight Wilder. He was going on that he's bad. Now he's running. Again, we've already went over that. We've already went over that. You're being manipulated. You fell for it. And you're a sycophant. You're a puppet. You're a fucking puppet. You're weak. You're a sheep. And you're a puppet. Both sides are fucking playing you and trying to play me, but I'm not falling for it because they're just trying to hold out for more money. That's what both sides are doing. This whole fucking, he's a coward. He's afraid. That's like again, how simplistic is your intelligence level to fucking believe that? After history has shown us that this has been done so many times in the past. Wilder said he doesn't want the fight. That's right. Wilder said himself he doesn't want the fight until next year. He said it. I'm not going to say he didn't say it. I'm not going to say, Habib, how come you don't make shows about Mahmoud Shah, the first Lebanese heavyweight champion of the world? Maybe I should make a video about him, to be honest with you. I don't really follow him that closely, but I obviously know him and I've seen him fight, but maybe I'll have to go back and do that. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, Mr. Boxing Today, but I don't like how the WBA has like fucking two champions either. It kind of dilutes the significance of it, like the regular champion and the world champion. I'm not a big fan of that either. I got to be honest. But I think Manuel Shah he's definitely solid. I mean, he's definitely a top 10 guy, I would say. I think he's probably in the second half of the top 10. Thank you, Suleiman. I appreciate that. No doubt. Yeah, I guess again. I mean, I don't really follow Cha closely. I have to admit it. I'm telling the truth. There's not really that many, Mahmoud Cha videos out there. Probably, if anyone made a video about Mahmoud Cha, I would suspect it would be Mr. Boxing Today, because he's the only guy out there that really makes videos about every single heavyweight. I don't want to put words in his mouth and say he did something he didn't do, but I would suspect that maybe he talked about Cha more than anyone else in the community. So, other than that, I don't think anyone's really talking about Cha. Mr. Boxing Today says he has Cha at in between 15 and 20. Yeah, I think I saw a few of those Cha videos too, Mr. Boxing Today. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're probably the only guy that actually really made videos about him, because you make videos about all the heavyweights. A lot of people go to your channel just so they can catch up on some of the heavyweights that they really don't follow closely, just so they can kind of get a gauge on how good these guys are. I mean, I check out the videos definitely when it comes to heavyweights. I check out your videos without question. Suleiman does talk about Cha. You're right. You call in and talk about him all the time. Oh, you make videos, Suleiman? I gotta check out your videos, man. Top 5 prospects? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, Ryan Garcia's up there. I mean, no doubt, Mr. Boxing Today. Ryan Garcia. I don't know, man. What other prospect out there? Like heavyweights? I'm not crazy about Joe Joyce. I'm not crazy about him. Who else? Who else out there? That Puerto Rican guy that Top Rank just signed. What's his name? He looks like he could be something. Top 5 prospects. I don't know, man. I like Dubois. I think Dubois definitely, he's up there too. He's one of them. Hitchens. Brojo Ortiz, still a little. I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure about him, Virgil Ortiz. I have to see more of him. He's more of a guy who wins with strength and pressure and stuff like that. As far as what's going to happen when someone pushes him and he needs a plan B. Boazzi's definitely good. Yeah, I like him. I like Boazzi. Mr. Boston Today says Ajit Kabiel, the European champion. Kabiel is the European champion. Gotta check him out too. Definitely gotta check him out. Kabiel beat Chisaro. Wow. Yeah. Robazi Ramirez. I think it's Robazi. That's how you pronounce that guy's name. Top Rank just signed him. Top Rank just signed him. We'll see how he pans out. Tony Yoko. Tension. Oh, Jesus. That's crazy. That's crazy. How come German heavyweights don't get enough exposure, says Suleiman? I don't know, man. I don't know. Good question, bro. It's a good question. But I'm kind of getting excited for this fight on Saturday. I'm definitely curious to see if Andy Ruiz can rise to the occasion. Let me ask Mr. Boxing today this, because he may. I'm curious to see his opinion on this. He wants to opine on this. Can Ruiz go rounds against Joshua? Mr. Boxing today. Can Ruiz make a good account of himself in this fight, or is this fight going to be a one-sided beatdown based off what you've seen of Ruiz? Because I think Ruiz's style could present some problems for Joshua, but I just don't see him surviving the distance in this fight, in my opinion. Curious to see what your thoughts are on this, Mr. Boxing today. But yeah. Yeah, so I mean, there's not much more we could say about Eddie Hearn. I mean, once again, he's done it again. He's done it again. Came out with some more information that proved to be false, and gets people's hopes up. This is the problem: is like he gets people's hopes up high, and gets people talking about something, and it's all for nothing because it's bullshit. You know? Yeah, me believing that fight was going to happen, but I like I said, Eric asked me, do I really think it's going to happen, and I questioned it. I was very skeptical of it. I didn't believe it was going to happen. I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it. I just didn't think it was going to happen. I really didn't. I really, really didn't. I just couldn't see it happening. That's just my opinion. Jogba is pretty good too. Yeah, F.A. Jogba. He's another one. No, White is not fighting Fury next. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. Yep. So I'm gonna be jumping off pretty soon, man. Not much more to say about this. Pretty much said all I had to say. Um, Eric and I are probably gonna go live. Oh, we're not probably. We're gonna go live tomorrow. We're gonna go live tomorrow and do like a preview of or a recap of the weigh-in. Just kind of see how talk about how both guys looked and stuff, and just talk about you know based off the weigh-in. What are our thoughts on how each guy looks and you know all that good stuff. All right, guys. I'm jumping off, Suleiman. So I mean, I'll send you a link next time. But send me an email. I don't even have. I'm not even sure if I have your email. You got to send me an email too. But I'm gonna jump off. Ryan Hong says that Oh, Miss Box today says so you do think Ruiz can go deep into the fight? Yeah. So maybe the over would be the play here. I wonder what the over under is. Good day, Beep says John Smile. Have a blessed day, brother. Thank you, brother. You too. The betting line moved on Ruiz. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So we're gonna talk about it. The over under is 6.6.5. The over at 6.5 is even, says Ryan Hong. Yeah, wow. Thinking about taking the over in this fight, but I'm not sure. It's tough. It's a tough one. This is a tough one. All right, guys. Beeb is out. Till next time. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be going live tomorrow, probably after the weigh-in, probably in the afternoon, and we'll definitely break down both fighters and kind of preview the fight tomorrow. And guys, hope you guys tune in and join us tomorrow. All right, Beeb is out. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Have a blessed day.